So last week I started building my own SaaS product, and in this video I'm going to share with you the end-to-end process of how I came up with an idea, how I did the idea validation, and also how I'm building it. So stick around because I'll also be sharing with you guys how I'm planning to go to market and also sell this idea to my existing clients. But before we get into that, I just want to thank each and every one of you guys who have managed to subscribe. It really means a lot to me. And if you're new here, welcome. You have come to a great place. You have come to a great channel where we share ideas, where we share insights on how to grow as a software engineer and also how to make some money on the side. So please do subscribe and also share with anyone whom you think will benefit from this channel. So on step number one, you really need to come up with an idea, and it's really simple how you do it and how I did it. It was very simple. All I did was identify a niche and identify their pain points. So as you know, in the past videos I've been talking about I make websites for small businesses and stuff. So that was actually my niche, right? All small business, be it you're a plumber, be it you're an electrician, be it you're, any service provider, as long as you're small, cleaners and all those things. That's my niche, right? And with all these clients, I've noticed something. Yes, I might have done a website for them, but the moment I stepped into their environments, the moment I stepped into their offices and stuff, I've noticed something, that they are running their operations manually, right? Meaning to say they don't have any automation when it comes to running their operation, from lead generation, creating invoices, creating quotations, and also managing the team itself, payrolls, and all those things. They're just doing it on paper. So those were some of the pain points that I identified. And now I'm taking all those pain points to coming up with one CRM which will address all those things, right? Meaning I'm going to automate, I'm going to streamline all the workflows or all the operations that they're actually doing manually. So that's my idea. Now, as for you guys, if you're really trying to look for an idea, you don't have to complicate it, right? You can actually copy an existing idea and bring it to market real quick, right? Because I believe if you really want to be successful, you just have to identify what other people have done and how they did it, and then you try to tailor-made it to your own path or to your own solution. And if you look at it, my idea of just coming up with a CRM, it's something which has already been there. I'm not trying to build a multi-billion company like what Elon Musk, Bill Gates, all those guys, like what they did. I just looked for something which has already been there, and there are so many companies that have once done what I'm about to do, right? And also, it's not like I'm just going to copy exactly everything that they're doing. I'm actually going to study them, and I'd see where are they going wrong, what is it that they're doing wrong, right? And at the end of the day, I don't want to give people or these existing clients of mine a system with features that they, at the end of the day, they won't use, right? So you also need to do the same. So that's step number one. Now you have found your idea, right? Now it's time to validate it. So when we are validating an idea, we are simply saying we need to test it to see if it's actually going to be liked, or if people are ready for it, or if people really need to use that platform, right? And some ways of doing it, you just need to do some interviews, or word of mouth, where like you just go to people, you ask them and all those things, right? That is obviously your target market. Then also you can do this by just creating a landing page, right? So this landing page will actually have a list of the features that you are going to be on your platform, and also the pain points that you're going to address. Then as call to action, you will just invite them to be part of the waiting list, right? So as your waiting list grows, it means that there are many people that are interested in the idea, and there are many people who would want to use your platform, right? That's all, right? For my idea, I actually didn't have to do much when it comes to validation, because I already know that this idea is already out there, is being used by some other people, and the market is already there. There are other companies that have done it before me, and me, I'm just walking in their path and trying to tailor-made what I believe is going to be useful for my clients, right? So the market is already there, and good for me. And if you also have an idea which has already been out there being used, you just need to tailor-made it, address its weaknesses, and then you pitch to client. Now we have the validation in place, we also have an idea. Now it's time for us to build, right? When it comes to building, well, I have divided it into 3 parts, right? So there's the scoping, then there's also the design, then there's the development itself, right? So let's start with the scoping. Now when it comes to scoping, we are actually saying we have all these features that we have listed down. Now let's break them down into small tasks, right? Let's identify which ones are we going to start with and which ones are we going to do later, and all those things. So it's a matter of planning. It's more like planning. We are planning how we are going to design and develop our system, right? Now after doing the scoping, right, now it's time to do some designing. Now when it comes to designing, you don't even need to hire a design team, be it you're technical, be it you're non-technical, right? There's so many platforms out there that you can actually go and see how similar applications have been designed, right? So if you have watched my HTML CSS series, we talked about so many places where you can actually get templates, right? You can even go on those platforms like Behance, platforms like Figma, or you can even go an extra mile to get templates from Theme Forest. You buy them or you can download them for free. They are out there. They are free and premium designs out there, right? So that's all you need. Now what you're actually doing is you're getting inspiration. You're also seeing how other systems look like, such that you go, then you start to design the way you want it, right? Also the way that the already market or the existing market out there is familiar with, right? Now we have done the scoping, we have done the design, right? Now when it comes to building, now because I personally am doing this by myself, so I don't need to make use of tools that I haven't been using, right? For myself, I'm a .NET developer. I use Angular on the front end, Flutter on the mobile applications, and these are the languages or the frameworks that I'm really confident in. So I'm just going to use those same frameworks. Also, when it's time to be choosing your stack, you need to choose a stack which it has a large following, and also it has a large community, such that when it comes to times where like you are not familiar with something or you're stuck with something, there's a community that you can actually go and ask questions and you get assisted, right? So you don't need to even choose the most difficult stack. You just need something simple, right? The already tools that you are using, and obviously you integrate with some AI when it comes to productivity and all those things, right? So for me, this is how I'm doing it, right? I'm using the existing tools that I've been building applications from way back, right? Okay, so now we have the stack, right? Now it's time for us to build an MVP, right? So now when it comes to MVPs, it's not like we are going to design everything, all the features, they are all included. No, we are just going to pick a few that we know these ones are going to actually address the pain points, and we sell from there, or we scale from there, right? Because at the end, we need to go to clients as quick as possible, such that they see what we are building, they buy in what we are building, and we build together, right? Gone are the days where like we design a system on your own, you don't talk to users, then you talk to the users once the product is completed. No, you need to build a smaller piece, then you go to the clients, you ask them, is this really solving your problem? How do you want us to change it? What is it that you want us to add? And that's it, right? That's an MVP. You don't have to overcomplicate it. So for my system, I'm only going to focus, I think, on 4 pillars, right? Lead generation, creation of quotations, assigning tasks, creating invoices, and getting paid, right? All other features like payrolls, reporting features and all those things, they will come after I've finished my MVP. And all these things, I'm going to get the help from my first users, right? So that's how I'm going to do it. After you design your MVP, you develop your MVP, you need to launch. So when you're actually starting to do the development, you need to make sure that the deployment itself or the launching process is automated, such that whenever you finish a feature, then you automatically deploy it, right, to be it a staging environment, right? And that's all you actually need. So you need to automate your pipelines when you do your deployments. Then you go to clients, you pitch, you come back with feedback, you improve, you go back and all that, right? Now we have how I'm building it from idea to the building part, right? Now, what will happen if I'm about to go to the market? How am I going to launch this product? So, number one, you need to start building in public, right? So, building in public is just like me documenting how I'm actually doing my work, from coming up with the idea, the designs, the UIs, and setting up environments and all those things. I'm sharing my journey with you guys so that you know what's behind the scenes, you know where I'm coming from, and you know where we are going, right? That's number one. And you can do this on different platforms. You can do this on LinkedIn, you can do this on Twitter or X, you can do this on TikTok, you can even do it on Instagram, right? I've seen so many people doing it in different areas, as long as the word is going out there that we are cooking something. So now the other thing is I'm going to make use of the old ways of how to of marketing, right? Firstly, I'm going to make use of social media. So I'll be creating posts here and there where I'm posting bring awareness to what I'm building, be it on Instagram, be it on LinkedIn, and you know what, because of the type of the system that I'm building, there were other companies that they've done it. I'm just going to study how they did it, how they did their marketing, how they were posting, how they were creating their ads and stuff, and I'm just going to mimic the same, because the road has already been paved. It's just that I'm going to tailor-made it, and I'm only going to push it to a specific niche, and that's it. So the other thing is we're going to make use of emailing, and also calling people at the end, where we'll be just calling random people, random small business, to say we have built this system, and we are going to offer you for a free period where you can make use of it. And if you're interested, after that, obviously we'll start to bill you, probably come up with the price structure. So this is the end-to-end process. There isn't much, it's not complicated, it's something doable. I've worked with so many brands or with so many companies, and they just followed this same process. So I'm just going to do the same and launch this product. So I'll be sharing each and every step, like I highlighted on this process. I'll be sharing all those steps every time I'm uploading a video. I'll also be giving you some progress report, actually, to just for you guys to know where I am, what stage I am now. And so yeah, that's how I'm doing it. So if someone who's starting to build something, you're already building, or you're thinking of building something, we can connect, we can, like, share ideas. So if you have found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't, and also invite as many people as you can to the channel, so that we all grow together, we all share these insights, and we build something together, as one, as a community. So with all this, like always, go out there, identify a niche, and come up with a solution. See you in the next one.